What's up, family? I finally got my book and I got it in a couple of days ago. I'm already halfway done with it. Excellent book. It's called Black Women in Antiquities by Dr. Ivan. It's an excellent book. I recommend this book if you have a daughter, granddaughter, a female of African descent. This book is highly recommended because it definitely covers the black women in history, which unfortunately, through time, these all men clubs is trying to erase their history. But I recommend this, and I know it's hard to find. There's a second edition. I wanted that one. It's on Amazon, but to get a good copy is like 150 and up. All right, this book originally was 12.50. I paid $39 at a used bookstore. I'm cool with it. Uh, this book right here, $29. And you can still find this book for $29. But if you go to Amazon, it's over $100. Most of the books on Amazon by Dr. Ivan are all over $100. But you can find all these books if you Google Dr. Ivan's name, and then it goes to, it'll show you a thing that says books, and you go to, is an organization that actually honors Dr. Ivan because he passed, and Dr. Ben and all of them. So you can still get their books. It's called the Journal of African Civilization. I know you might be a little worried because they do operate with what they call storeonline.pro, something like that. Storeonlinepro.com, something like that. But I can tell you, I did get my books. They came in a good time. The books are brand new, the ones that they shipped me. And these are actually Dr. Ivan's kids and grandkids that's running the foundation. So instead of paying all that money on Amazon, pay the people that actually put out the book. It's sad that in order for us to learn our history, we have to spend a lot of money, Because like I said, this book right here, over $100 on Amazon. The other one, this one right here, go as high as $400. But brand new when it came out, it was only $12.50. So what I would tell you is, you might have to spend a little money, but instead of paying $100 for a tattoo, buy a book. The book ain't gonna cost you $100. Matter of fact, that same $100 tattoo, you can buy 3 books, maybe 4. This generation have something that the elders don't have. They didn't have the resources. They didn't have the information. I can tell you, my grandmother never had none of the books I have today. So a lot of them tend to, whatever they were told, whatever they saw on TV, this is basically kind of like the reality for many of people. That's how you end up with the kind of president you got today. But anyway, what I would tell you is take the time to read your history. And once again, if you have a daughter, if you can find a good copy of it without paying an arm and a leg, I do recommend Black Women in Antiquities. It will blow your mind away. And for those who think the world is only 2,000 years old, you might not want to read this book because Lucy is actually 3.5 million years old. So, if you want to live in Wonderland, you don't want to read this book. But if you want to know what time it is for real, it's like taking the blue pill in the Matrix, then this book is for you. And if you can't find a copy, try to find what they call an e-copy. Because this information is important. I just can't do e-copies because they're too small. The writing is just too small. I prefer books because then I don't require nothing but sunlight. All right, so peace out, fam. I'm gonna go back to my books, but take the time to learn about your ancestors. They did a lot of great things. The public school system is not going to teach you this information. Even though it was taken away from you from this government, they have no intentions on restoring it, just like they had no intentions on restoring your language. These things you're going to have to do on your own. And understand, you may have been born in America, but you're still African. It is, for this new generation, you can't allow white men in the back room to tell you who you are. Because I can tell you on my parents' birth certificate, it says Negro. Mine says black, and my children say African American. But who are the people that's making this call? As if I don't know who I am. You know, when I went to TCC and for race, I put down human. The lady, when she saw it, she started laughing. She said, no, 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 what are you? I said, what did I write? She said, you wrote down human. And she laughed again. And I said, well, am I not human? She said, yeah, but what are you? I said, I told you. So then she understood that that's as far as she was going to, that's all she was going to get from me. She called the supervisor. He came over. I said, is there a problem? She's asking me, what's my race? And I said, I'm a human. And he came over and he asked to see my military ID card because this was kind of the program I was under was with the military, and I showed him. But of course, on my military card, it says BLK, black. So I'm pretty sure when I left, that's what they put in. But while I was there, he told her, it's okay. So while I was there, they left it as human, but I'm pretty sure as soon as I turned my back, they changed it to black. But people don't have the right to tell you who you are. Know who you are. That is an old ancient African proverb. Know thyself. Peace.